Everybody hear me? Okay. All right, guys. We are going to continue right off from where we left off on the recruiting part 2. I had a ton of information, so I got cut off last time. So I'm going to recap just a little bit, but if you didn't hear that call, don't feel overwhelmed because I'm just going to go through it so we can get to the end. But I basically talked about how to recruit to this business and show yourself as a Beachbody coach. And really that just starts with posting on your social media, being consistent, plugging into these team calls, doing your 3 vital behaviors, the same thing that we talk about all the time. Who is your ideal coach and your ideal customer? So thinking about the people that relate to you or that will follow you. And the bigger your dream, the bigger your confidence, the bigger your passion for this, those are kind of the qualities of the people that you're going to attract. So if you're not putting your best foot forward, you're not going to attract those same types of people. That's easy, right? So thinking about, are you a mom? Are you spiritual? Do you love to cook? Do you love to plant flowers? Is your husband a firefighter? Are you a runner? These are all things that you can that are unique to you, that you can find other people that you have something to relate to. Have a marketing plan is something we went over, which means always have something you're inviting to. So inviting to a challenge group, and it can be our big group challenge group. So if you're a new coach, you don't have to get freaked out and be scared of that. So inviting to that, inviting to our coach opportunity calls. And we have that schedule in Dream Nation to help you guys kind of have a plan on what you should be doing. So recruiting, like I said before, it can scare the crap out of anybody if you think about it about being kind of icky or salesy or any of that thing. I told you guys that it really changed for me the moment that I kind of flipped my frame of thinking and just decided that if I'm not sharing this awesome, thing that has changed my life in so many ways, health-wise, financially, all that stuff, I'm doing a disservice to people. So you can potentially save someone's life. You can change someone's life big time. So when you kind of change your way of thinking, it doesn't get so hard to put that out there. And then remember how good it feels when you reach out to someone and you say, hey, so-and-so, I would love to have you on my team. You are, such an inspiration, or I saw that you lost all this weight. I mean, it really makes people feel good. It makes them start to dream again, or them to think, wow, she wants me on my team. Her team, she seems happy and healthy and vibrant, and I would love to do that. So you have to put out there what you guys are doing and all the little golden nuggets that you've gotten from our team calls and the summits and Super Saturdays, all that stuff. That's kind of the stuff that we already went over. Letting people know your passion over over the statistics, over all the business lingo. That stuff doesn't matter. So new coaches or newer coaches, listen really clearly right now. Do not wait until you know everything before you get started. You will never, ever, ever get started. I still don't know everything. I still mess up. I still fail. I can always improve, and I'm always improving and learning and growing. But don't wait until you know everything. You just have to, you learn as you go in this business, and there's so many tools to help you. So please keep that in mind. The longer you wait, the harder it is for you to be successful in this. Okay, so this is where we left off last time. If you are trying to invite right now, if you guys are all doing the Power Hour, which we have gone over a couple times. If you're a new coach, we will go over that again, so don't freak out. But it's basically just a list of laser focus action tasks for you to do daily for your business. If you have done this with us, then you should have conversations open. I know Kelly has had 70 inboxes at a time. I have like 40 right now of people that want to know about my challenge, my fitness group, or the coaching or the business, because I'm reaching out and I'm talking to a lot of people through that Power Hour. If you are doing that Power Hour and you're not getting these conversations, then you're doing something wrong. So please reach out to a coach, an upline coach, or one of our leaders in the team, and let them help you. Look at your conversations that you're having. So maybe go back and look at a few and see what you're doing. Are you overcomplicating you know, what you're saying, because it should be very simple and basic, right? You're just getting to know them, building relationships. The other thing I want you guys to do tonight or tomorrow is look at your social media page. And I want to know if I would know this about you. Number one, would I know that you're a health and fitness coach? Number two, would I know that you run challenge groups, or I don't call them challenge groups, a nutrition group, a support group, accountability group? Would I know that about you? And number three, would I know that I can do it too? Would I know there's an option that I could be a coach, or that you make any sort of income at this, whether it's $100 to $500, where I could do that too, and I could pay for my groceries or my car payment or my kids' preschool? So those are a few things that I want you to go back through your page and see if I would know that. Here's the other thing. If you guys are adding new people to your page every single day for your power hour, they're not going to scroll for 10 minutes looking at your page. They're going to come look at your page, and you got about 30 to 60 seconds for them to say, is this someone that I want to follow? Is this someone that could help me? You know, are they going to get, you know, what you do, like you're a magazine? Are they going to see that in you? And then the other thing is evaluate your last 3 months of social media. If you're a new coach, you don't really have to do that because you'll start changing now, but you could do this with another team member. I do it with a lot of my friends, even my husband. My mom has looked at mine before. I want them to tell me what I'm sharing. I remember probably like 8 months into my coaching business, one of my girlfriends told me, she was like, Erin, if I saw your post and didn't know who you are or anything, I would never join your challenge group. She's like, that is so scary to me. Like, challenge, I'm out of shape. I have, not worked out in 3 years. I have no idea what that means. Like, I would never reach out to you. And that moment clicked for me, because I was like, man, it's really hard for people to reach out to someone anyways. Like, just if I were to randomly message someone and say, hey, I need help. I just had a baby. I have postpartum. I'm out of shape. I'm depressed. My marriage sucks, blah, blah, blah. Like, that takes a lot of balls or a lot of guts or just super desperate. So if we're sharing openly and we're building that connective tissue and that relationship with people, they're more likely to reach out to us or message us, right? So when she told me that, it really flipped a switch for me. And I thought, okay, I have to think of how I can share this on a more connective level with other women and the women that I want to attract as coaches, those really confident, smart, hardworking, driven women. And then as customers, the ones that really, truly need my help. They don't want to go to a gym. They don't know where to start. They don't know how to eat. There's more of those people out there than not. So remember that. So evaluate the last 3 months of your social media. Are you putting your best foot forward? Even new coaches, this is a time where you can really learn and grow and start putting out positive, inspiring stuff. It doesn't have to be selling a product at all. It's literally just selling yourself. How are you changing? How are you growing? Being on this team call with other women, are you getting, you're getting hopefully confidence and positivity, and you're starting to get all this stuff that you need to be sharing, your workouts, your new tennis shoes, all that stuff. So what are you sharing? Have someone around you that loves you. Look at your social media and tell you, would they know what you do? And are you selling it with passion and pride and love and, wanting other people to join you? You have to share about your lifestyle every single day. So every single day you have to share about your lifestyle, because if you don't, those people are going to want to join me, or they're going to want to join Lindsay Matway, or they're going to want to join Bonnie Engel, because they're going to see them sharing their lifestyle every day. Even if they're your friend, even if they're your coworker, if they don't know what you do and that you're serious about it and that you're here to stay and win it and to build a successful team and help them reach their dreams, they're not going to follow you. They're not going to go with you. And that's only your own fault. And that's some tough love, but I get it all the time. And the other thing that I kind of talked about before, Kelly Hardin is really great at this. So if you don't follow her, watch her for this. But doing the sneak peek, we do those sneak peek into coaching groups. So we kind of let people that we've talked to about coaching be in this private group, and we share about the coaching business. Every day we kind of put a sneak peek about what coaching is. Objections, people always think, is it a scam? Do you really make money? What do? You share all these things. But doing that on your personal page is really great because it lets people just outright see what you're doing. So if you're always getting money objections, which that's a problem because that means you're probably not sharing it with confidence and passion, but that's something that you could share on your personal page. If you're getting objections about coaching because they think it's a scam, or do people really make money? Share about how people have paid off debt, how they go on free trips, how they're, buying groceries for their household, going on dates, however little or big, like we've said before, you guys, those are more relatable. The regular everyday things are so much more relatable. And I've told you many times, but when I made an extra $300 and I was able to pay for my daughter's gymnastics or pay for our groceries, that was a huge deal at that time for us. And I know right now with like oil and that affecting so many people, not just oil people, there is so much need for this. And this is something that we can control for the next 5, 10, 20 years. Obesity is not going to go away. So you guys can take control of that right now. Always be relatable. So let people know how you relate. How do you connect? Again, that's finding that niche person that you're speaking to. Always sharing how Beachbody has changed you. So with Shakeology, with your workouts, before and afters, Erin before Shakeology, Erin not before Shakeology, Erin before Beachbody, I could go on about my health stuff or my finances or my confidence or my marriage problems, all these things. And then Erin after Beachbody, the things that it's changed for me. Sharing that every single day. This is good. Listen to this one, you guys. I don't know where I pulled this one out. People need to see your before and after life every single day so that they can see theirs. Oh, that's a good one. Admit it. Shake your head. Yeah. That is so good because truly, you guys, people don't dream anymore. People live these cookie cutter lives. It's like, I got to get up. I got to go to work. I got to do this. I got to do that because that's what we were all trained to do, which is awesome. And, we have to like work and stuff. But you guys, there's much more. So when we share that every single day, other people are going to start dreaming about that. Like, man, maybe I really would like to do that. I really would like to be like Harmony. I really would like to be like Kelly Hardin or Danielle. She was a nutritionist and now she stays home and she's a Beachbody coach and she works out in her garage and she goes to the beach and goes to parties where they dress up, So, okay, people need to see your before and after life so they can see theirs. Let them see that dream. Let them see you showing it every day. It's having no fear sharing publicly about coaching. And that draws people to me because I don't have any fear in it. And I used to. I'm not going to say that I didn't. And actually, the only reason I posted that video about my financial story just recently, like a month ago, Kelly Hardin literally made me share it. And I had butterflies in my stomach. That's the first time in 3.5 years that, I've said like, I've shared how it's helped me, and I'll say that I've like matched my husband's salary or I've done this or done that, but I've never put a number out there or shared really like that. And I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God. And she's like, post it. You always say to post it. And so I did. And I had such a great response. I had so many people that I had no idea were interested, really top-notch, just like good people that I never thought would ever be interested in this business. And then just other people that were like, man, that really tugged at my heart or whatever. So you guys have no fear in sharing publicly about being a Beachbody coach. Be proud of it. When you start saying in your mind, I am proud to be a Beachbody coach. I am. I think it's like seriously the best job in the whole world. And when you guys get to go on these trips and see what I have seen and the way Beachbody treats you, you will feel that way too. I get to work on social media and meet people and start conversations and hopefully change their life and live freedom with my family. I can go out of town. I can be on vacation for a week and still work. I get to go to all these trips with you guys, success trips, all these places out on vacation where I would never have been able to go. So to me, I am super duper proud to be a Beachbody coach. So start thinking that way so you can share it that way. 99% say no the first time you ask, and that's why consistency is so important. I have to plug in my computer, so hang on. Uh-oh. Okay, well, my baby took my cord and I don't know where it is, so hopefully it doesn't die. All right, guys, so 99% say no the first time. So you have to keep being consistent, showing them through your life what you're doing so that eventually they want to join you. You don't know how many people I've had tell me, oh my God, I've been watching you for 2 years. I've been watching you for, and I'm like, dang, 2 years and it took you that long to commit? If I would have quit a year ago or 6 months ago or every time I had a hard time, then I never would have got those people. So be consistent, and it actually does get easier. The more consistent you are, the more you're talking to people, they do start coming to you. But don't think that just because you sign up and you're a Beachbody coach that barn doors are going to fly open and people are going to come charging at you, because that's not going to happen. You have to work. Nobody that is successful in this business got lucky and that happened to, and nobody that has quit or failed at this business got unlucky. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? That one was not very good. Okay. So I'm going to give you guys an example. So if I post, say, a picture of me working out or my tennis shoes, right? And I get, whatever, 20 likes and 5 comments. I'm going to go to every single person that liked that picture, and I'm going to say, hey, girl, thank you so much for liking my picture. I appreciate you supporting me in this positive journey, or something like that. XO Erin. That's it, right? Simple. They might write me back and say, hey, you're welcome. I love following you. You're inspiring. And I say, hey, thanks. And then maybe I'll open the conversation up and say, your daughter's so cute, or whatever. I'm just building that relationship. I will never say, hey, by the way, I sell, Beachbody. Never. I'm just really, truly trying to be kind and being a good person, right? Creating relationships. If someone likes one of my coach things, or I talk about going on a Success Club trip and they like it, then I'll message them and I'll say, hey girl, thanks for liking my post. Have you ever considered doing what I do? Or do you even know what I do as a coach? Or something like that. If I know them, I might say, like, have you ever considered doing what I do? You'd be awesome at it. If I know them, and I feel like I can say that. So those are potential relationships that I'm building and conversations that I'm opening up, right? So all those scripts too are in the file page in Dream Nation. Okay, they're under scripts. And I literally, and I do the same thing for Instagram. The business in a box, module number 3, I literally go off of that. I have it copy and pasted in my Evernote, and it tells you when you're going to send out, if you post something about samples, if you post something about a challenge group, if you post something about coaching, it kind of gives you a little script on how to talk to them. You should always change it and make it your own, but I use those all the time. So those are already in our page. Oh my God, my computer is going to die. Here's just a few little things that I have that are really good. Most people stop themselves from reaching their potential. So the good and bad thing in that is you are in charge of getting out of your comfort zone and just jumping out, just taking that leap of faith. The good part is it's up to you and you can do it. The hard part is so many people can't do that. So many people just get stuck in their own thing. I hear all the time, I'll say, why don't you share about coaching? Why aren't you putting it out there? You said you want to be a diamond. What, you have to always be recruiting new people. And they're like, I don't know. I'm like, well, are you afraid about what people say? No, I don't care what people think of me. I don't care at all. Okay, well then why aren't you doing it? I don't know. Well, you really do care what people think of you. You have to get out of that comfort zone and just go for it. Keep fighting for your dream. No one that is successful didn't have a hard road. No one, right? Kobe Bryant, Lindsay Matway that was a top coach, anybody that's successful, they had to fight for their dream, guarantee. If they're just like, oh, I'm going to take the day off, or maybe I'm going to kind of work, or I'm not going to say that I'm going to try to play, whatever. You have to be all in. You have to go for it. So the last thing that I'm going to share, this is really good. This is about stepping out of your comfort zone. And it's in this book that I absolutely love. I can tell you guys what it's called in the page, but it says facing criticism is simply one of the prices you have to pay to achieve your dream. You just can't let it get to you. And then it says, the author quotes Mark 5:3-6, but Jesus paid no attention to what they said, and then goes on to say, he says, I love that line. It describes the critical principle for seeing the unseen. Ignore what people say, block them out, turn them off. Close your ears, and if you have to, walk away. Ignore the ones who say it's too late to start over. Disregard those who say you'll never amount to anything. Turn a deaf ear toward those who say you aren't smart, fast, tall, or big enough. Ignore them. Faith sometimes begins by stuffing your ears with cotton. Jesus turns immediately to Jairus and pleads, don't be afraid, just believe. When Jesus says just believe, he is imploring, don't limit your possibilities to the visible. Don't listen to only the audible. Don't be controlled by the logical. Believe there is more to life than meets the eye. So people who are pursuing their dreams, even as others express their doubt and criticism, always believe that there is more than meets the eye. It's the one thing that keeps us going. Was that good? So basically, you have to pay the price of overcoming your fears. So that's all I have for you tonight, you guys. I think just jump out of your comfort zone, start recruiting, start putting it out there. The more you start doing it, the better you're going to get. There's no right or wrong way to do it. You just have to start and share your heart. That's it. Do you guys like this call? Awesome. Danielle, get to recruiting. Seriously. Okay. Bye, guys.